Hey guys, it's Lisa again. Listen, I'm hopping on again with you today to work on my tiered tray. Thank you if you joined me last time to work on my tiered tray. Last time I put this little bundle of sticks together, and I also created this little sign that said bonfires pointing in a particular direction. This was using the fall rolling pins 12 pack, and then I also made this little crate with our pumpkins on both sides. Turned out super cute. I've done this in the past. This is using our rub-on transfer, and then I also showed you guys how to use use the crackle, how to make your paint like get that crackly worn look last time. So today I'm going to show you a few other things. I have a really fun, cool project and a couple of other kind of weird ones. We're going to see how they work. But hey, thanks for joining me. I was on earlier just announcing the winner for today's Win It Wednesday, and I'm going to pop on now, see who's joining us. Hey, Kim. Thank you for joining us. And Pam, I say us, it's just me, guys. Everybody went home and they left me here. Okay, so I have something fun to do with you guys today. A couple of fun things. Okay, so last time we did the tray together, someone said to me, I was thinking, I want to keep it neutral. And someone said to me, you really need some color in there. It really needs to pop. And so I decided to bring in some color. So I'm going to give you a little bit of preview, tell you what it is we're going to be doing, and then we'll do it together. So I'm bringing in this cup. Wait till you see what we do with it. I'm bringing in this. This is a little, let's see what it looked like. It looked like this. It was just a little round. They come 3 to a pack at the dollar store, and we're going to do that. And then on the tray I've been using the 12 pack of our pumpkins. You see I just painted this one, and our acorn, which is here, which I did the crackle paint on, and then the other one is the leaf, and we haven't done the leaf yet. So we're doing the leaf today. We're doing this. I'm going to show you something fun to do with this. We're going to make a pumpkin topiary. And then we're going to wait till you see what we're going to make with this, you guys. You got to hang in there and watch it with me. Oh, I think, I'm not getting my comments. I apologize. Hey. Okay, I can actually see the comments now over here. So I'm sorry. I'll probably have to put my glasses on. I don't know what's going on with the page that I can't see. But, oh, now I can see it. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it was lag on my end. Okay, so wait till I show you. You're going to want to stick around for this whole thing. Please sprinkle, pass the love around, bring other people in, invite them, show them it is what we're doing, because we're having a good time creating this fall tray together. Okay, do you guys ever do Friendsgivings? I love this. Look at this. I just love this little mug. I put on pumpkin spice junkie, and then I made this little whipped cream, and I put some cinnamon on it, and I put a cinnamon stick in it. But look, it comes off. So this is a great gift. Go to a host's house, go to someone's house, bring a hostess gift. It could be this cup. When we do this with ink, and I'll show you how we're going to do it with ink, and then bake it in the oven, put it in there. 350, we've got heat set directions, I think 20 minutes in a cold oven, and then let it dry overnight, and it's set forever. You can put it in the dishwasher. But look how about a cup that you could use over and over again? I got a little $10 Starbucks. Who doesn't love Starbucks? Please. A little Starbucks card inside, and this. Oh my gosh, how adorable. Okay, so we're going to do this tonight. With this cup. So you guys said bring some pop, so I'm bringing some color. All right, I'm gonna bring that topiary. Last time we got together, I talked to you about this like terracotta paint that I made, and we're gonna look at that, and then we're also gonna use this leaf. And I'm really wondering, like, I'm gonna bring some blue in the topiary. Okay, but do you think I need more blue? And do you think it's like, I don't really think a leaf is blue, right? But let's look at this. Do you think maybe like an olive color? What color do you think with this leaf? Because I feel like it's way too like stark bright for this, because most of these colors are muted. So I'm going to look at your comments. Tell me what you think about this leaf. I was thinking like an olive leaf with some almond paste on it. Okay. All right. So let me start with, we're going to start with this first. And I'm just going to put the little demo right here so you guys can see where we're headed. Look at, so stinking adorable. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I guess the hardest part of this is cutting out the circle and deciding what saying you're going to put on it. I put follow, what did I put? Let me get my, so everything here, we're working with the Rolling Pins 12 pack or the Fall Minis. And I grabbed a brand new one because mine had seen better days. And I went with the Pumpkin Spice Junkie. But you could just go with anything. You could go Give Thanks. You could put something totally different in there. Like we have some encouraging minis. You could put You Are Enough. You know, there's just so much that that you could do. And I will tell you this. When I do my Christmas tray, I'm doing this for Christmas too. Wait till you see the cool straws I got for that. And the little doodads we'll put on top. Okay. Linda. Hey, Linda. And Gwen and Bobby. Karen. If I miss you, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get us going here. How about you guys? How far along are you with your trays? Because I feel like I'm so far behind. So, I think about like holding the cup. And so I think the saying needs to go on the outside. I mean, I guess it's fun if I see the saying, but it's kind of even funnier if someone sees the saying when they're looking at me drinking my cup. And I'm right-handed. I guess if I had a friend who was left-handed, I would do it this way. So I think I am going to go with this Pumpkin Spice Junkie again. So I will set that aside and my cup. We're going to work right now on how do we get this cool thing going on. All right. All right. So I just got a piece of cardboard. I have my cardboard. I've got my glue gun heating up. And I'm going to take this cup and I'm turning it upside down. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to, if I can find my pen, I better put my glasses on. And I'm just going to trace around the rim of the cup. Nothing fancy about this. Don't worry if it's not exact. I did get stuff all over my cup though. All right. And I'm going to need this one. Set that aside. I might clean that off. Okay. Heck, I might leave it. It actually looks kind of cute. Okay, so scissors. All right, so you see I've got that double rim, actually. I've got the round. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. Now what I want to say to you is some people do this project, and in my opinion, they don't do the top right. So I'm going to go over the top part with you. Okay, so you guys see where the rim is. I want my whipped cream to sit a little bit over the rim, okay? But also, I don't want it to be wobbly so it falls off. So I'm, ta-da, gonna put something, I need two pieces. I need one a little bit wider than the rim, so it'll sit on top, and one a little bit narrower than the rim, so that I can put it in place and it won't slide around. Okay, so I'm going to just cut this out and I'm going to go just on the outside of this edge here. Actually, this one I think I'll go ahead and cut the regular size so I can use it as a template for the other one. All right, so I'm just cutting it according to what I traced, and then I'll just test it on my cup and make sure that I did cut the right size, and it's going to work. Okay. Listen, this doesn't have to be like exact. Don't worry about it too much. Don't fret over it. All right, so let's see how that fits. That's pretty good. I'm feeling, actually, I like that. So now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen again and trace again because I need 2 layers. 3 would even be super good. But, hey, Karen, happy Thursday to you. All right, so I'm going to trace around this one more time. Oh, it's a terrible job. Look at guys. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm not drinking on the job, I promise. Good night. Okay, let me cut that out. Now, I'm going to cut this one right on the line. And we'll see how this one lines up. And one of them I'll make just a little bit smaller, okay? Do you guys, hey, I don't know why this like popped into my head. It's just silly, but have you guys been watching those reels that come up that it's like, I don't know, it's about, it's a woman exercising and she's like, I'm Linda and this is so-and-so. And they do the exercise. It's hilarious. I've been watching it where this grandmother's doing it. It cracks me up every time. Okay. Yeah, something. And then this here's Alan, they say. You guys watch that? Okay. So, love this idea. Good. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. I really do appreciate it. All right, so they're both about the same size. I am going to take one that I think is, you know, smaller than the two, and I'm going to cut it just a little bit smaller all around the edge, just so it fits on the inside of the rim, okay? Because I want to make sure that it makes my fluffer whipped cream stay in place. All right, so let's see. I need this a smidge smaller. So you guys just chuck it because you don't want to get this glued on your whipped cream just to have to trim it down because that's going to be a pain in the butt. All right, and then we'll just test drive it after we get it all together just to make sure it's going to work. Actually fits in there really well. I'll trim just a smidge more. I know, it's super exciting watching me do this, right guys? All right, here we go. Move all these things aside. I need a trash can. I need a trash can around. Thankfully, it's hardwood floors. It's hard floors. Okay, let me put this over here. And now I've got my two circles. Okay, now this one, you do not have to have a white side and a brown side to your cardboard. But this is corrugated cardboard. And I don't, you could use poster board. Let's see, cardboard's just cheap. I mean, come on, who doesn't get cardboard? When you get a box from us, just use that box. But it doesn't matter if you have white or brown. In this case, I'm just going to put the brown to the brown, okay? Brown to the brown, brown. That sounds funny. Okay, so I'm going to take the little circle and just put a generous amount of hot glue on there. And then I'm going to glue it to the top and just hold it down a minute, and then we're going to test drive, make sure it works before we get started. All right, so for this, let's just trim it up a bit. For this, what you're going to need, or what you're going to need to replicate what I did, you're going to need a cup. I just got this from a dollar store. You're going to need some whipped cream. Okay, the whipped cream is you can get these at the dollar stores too, but Dollar General and so forth. But I tell you what, you get a better deal. I like this. It's called Fast and Final Lightweight Spackle. So you definitely want lightweight spackle, and you can get 4 or 5 at least out of this. Probably, let me open it. Actually, probably way more than that. Okay, but this is what you're going to want. Okay. All right, so you want this. I also grabbed some ground cinnamon. I just got a cheapo one. And I don't know, I got some cinnamon sticks. Now, this is a brand that's around here. It's over in the international section, and it's just a little less expensive than the ones in the jar. Plus, it's not a jar to waste. Okay, so let's test drive, see if this works. It fits on there. It doesn't move. See that? Yahoo! We're ready to go. Okay. So next step is, I'm trying to decide if I should leave it on there or not. Next step is, I'll put it over here. Let's get going on this. Next step is, let's get a bag. In this case, I just had I'm a cake decorator also, so I just got a Wilton bag. Don't hate on me for having the plastic one. I was not putting my spackle in a regular one. So I have this, the plastic one. And, okay, and I've got just like tons of tips. You guys, you can get these at Walmart, at your cake supply store, whatever. I'm going to pick this big boy here. This one is, oh my gosh, I got cake stuff on it. We also hold classes at the studio for little kids, and they do cake decorating or cupcake decorating, so it's kind of fun, and cupcake decorating contest. Okay, this is a 4B, 4 Bravo. Okay, you can use any sort of, so to speak, it's not called star. What the heck is this called? But can you see that okay? All right, so I'm going to pop this down into my pastry bag. Hey, Bee Chalkin. All right. Well, talk to me, guys. What are you up to tonight besides watching me, right? Magnolia boxes at my house will be used to wrap Christmas gifts. They are all going to Think Tank. Ryan's something. I don't know what that says. Karen, I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. Although, I don't know if it was meant for all the words to run together or not. So I'm going to push the tip down to the bottom. And then you can see I'm going to need to cut it right about here. I just want to make it to where the tip comes right to the top. Okay? Right like this. Not too far down. You see that? If it comes too far down when I press, on the end, apply pressure, then the spackle is going to push this tip right out the bottom, and we don't want that. All right, so I'm going to turn it inside out. There are better ways to do this. Let's see if I can borrow. No, that's got something in it for later. Okay, I'll just do it the hard way. I'm going to turn this inside out and hold it. And, goodness, I hope, yep, I got a little spatula. All right, so I got my spatula. Although they think they are getting stencils and paste. That's awesome. Great trick. All right, so I'm just going to grab a bunch of this and shove it in there. Now, I am going to tell you a neat little trick that, oops. I am going to tell you a neat little trick that I like to do, because sometimes I'll get going and be making this big old whipped cream mess. And then I get done, and then the side, you can see the cardboard. Well, nobody wants that. So I'll show you what I do before I get started so I don't end up with that ugly look. Now, if you do, it's not the end of the world. You can just use some and press it in there with your fingers at the end. Don't worry about it at all. But this is kind of like my way I get started, okay? So I'm going to hold this like that. See, I've got another thing. It's a holder. Actually, if you even put 2 on there, that might be cool. It might help to hold it better. So I'm just going to take my icing spatula, and I'm just going to go along the edges and shove some of that up into the cardboard. See that? Now, in the past, I have not done this part first. I'm like, dang it, you can see the cardboard. But I feel like if you do this now, you're going to be a lot happier. Okay, so just takes a second. It's okay if you get some piled up in the middle, because we're gonna need a pile to come up in the middle anyway. Anyway, just go all the way around. This stuff is like, it's easy to work with. It does dry fast, so don't be fooling around and waiting too long to, just, I would say it's called Fast and Final. So I would believe it. And by that, I mean, once you open this and you start working with it, probably don't leave it open and talk for a very long time. And I don't mean you have to rush through it. I just mean, get going, get down to business, close it up when you're done. Otherwise, you're going to get this crusty edge, and nobody wants that, because then you have to actually throw that part away. It doesn't reconstitute very well as far as I'm concerned. All right, so a little bit tedious, but you're going to be happier if you do it this way to start. Trust me. If somebody's got a better idea, man, I'm taking them. I'm taking ideas. All right, and then I usually just put a good measure of the spackle on. You do not have to do this part either. You can just start with the dollops. Okay, see that? I just got a little bit of a mound going. I'm gonna set this aside. Actually, let me close it up, because I did tell you to do that, right? Let me set it aside and we'll get going. A few different ways you could do this. All right. No crusty edge. Nobody likes crusty edge. No. Okay. A few ways that you could do this is you could start by doing dollops, just pressing like a star, or you can do a swirl. Okay. I'm going to go for the swirl. And with that in mind, I'm going to I'm going to take this about where it feels comfortable in my hand, and I'm going to turn it. And I'm going to clutch it between my thumb, just right in the middle there, between my thumb and my first finger. And then I'm going to start applying pressure with my fingers, okay? These fingers, while holding it up here. All right, so now I'm going to just go around the edge. Doesn't have to look perfect either, folks, because we are going to put, you can come back in and put more. You can, you're going to put cinnamon on it or something. So it's going to hide a lot of sins. My cake decorating instructor way back in the day said, frosting covers a multitude of sins. Well, so do all the dealy dads. Okay, so now I've got a layer. I'm going to start here more towards the center and just start coming up higher and higher and higher. Now, I think that got a little thin towards the top, but I did that on purpose because I want to show you. You can come back in and fill in. Don't worry, okay? So, all right, I think we're about ready. This stuff is it's so easy to work with. Don't worry about getting it perfect. Like I said, some people prefer to do the stars. I just don't like that look, but that's up to you. All right, from here, what I'm going to do, you guys still with me? Oh my goodness. Okay, what I'm going to do next is lay down a piece of paper towel because I'm getting ready to put some cinnamon on it. Now, no rush right now, but I also wouldn't let it sit for a very long time. Okay, sins of a creator. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I got my cinnamon, and I'm just going to sprinkle it. And as I sprinkle it, I'm just going to turn my whipped cream around to get different parts. Now, I would resist the urge to put too much on. Less is probably better when you're getting started. So I've got a good amount on, but if I wanted to put more, I certainly could. But it's going to be harder to take it off unless you just wipe the whole thing clean. All right, now I've got my cinnamon sticks. I'm going to take a cinnamon stick, and I'm probably going to find the part that I don't like I like the least, and that's right here. So now I'm going to put my cinnamon stick in right there. Is that so cute? Cute. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side because we're going to work on something else, and then we'll come back to it. We need to let this set up for just a minute, okay? So the whipped cream thing, the spackle, it's going to dry pretty quick. Hi from Florida. Hi, Diane. Pamela Pumpkin. It's Pamela Pumpkin. That is right. And what's her sidekick's name? Not Earl. I don't remember. I love it. I'm like addicted. I keep watching them. Good evening, Angie. Hope you have a great week and hope you have a wonderful weekend. Angie Sprinkle, thank you so much. What is your location? I'm in North Carolina. Just south of Charlotte is where our warehouse is, and I'm in my craft area there, okay? Alan. Yes, ma'am, it is Alan. Okay, we'll put, I got a lot going on up here. All right, the next thing, like I said, you guys told me I need more colors. So I'm putting in some blue. Then I thought, let's move this over here. Adorable. Here, we'll put it so we can still see it. I love it. Okay, so I thought I'd come in here and add some blue pumpkins right in here to my pumpkin nest. Okay? All right, so I have some pumpkins, and I'm also going to create a pumpkin topiary. So we're going to do that all at once. All right, I got these little pumpkins. I had they're in just from my stash. They're little picks. And then I grabbed a stick from outside for the stem. And what I'm going to do is we're going to look at two things today. One is going to be making our own chalk paint. Okay, and then the other one is going to be making that paint that looks like terracotta. All right, so making our own chalk paint, what I do, I know everybody's got their own formula, but what I do, and I put it on this plastic ramekin I was telling you about, because I'm getting ready to do something with this. So I suggested the other day about plaster of Paris. So I grabbed this, and this is going to last you a long time. So the formula that I like is so much. I'm going to grab, here, I'm going to use this blue. Let's see if that's going to be a good blue. I'll probably need to put a little bit of green in it. Okay, so it is 1 part water, 1 part plaster Paris, and 3 parts of paint. And the reason I say that is because I could say it is 1/3 cup of water, 1/3 cup of plaster Paris, and a whole cup of paint, latex or acrylic. But I mean, who really wants to always mix that up? Sometimes you just want a little bit of color. So that's what I'm going to do. Ooh, I almost got my glue gun. Got myself. I'm just going to put a smidge of water, and look at, I'm not even measuring, okay? We're just rocking with it. That's how we do around here. All right, and again, doing the same with plaster Paris. Gonna just empty some in there. I'm using my paintbrush. Be nice in the comments, please. I know I could measure. I know. All right, and then I'm gonna eyeball it, or as Patsy Ray on, and I mentioned her a couple times, says she's gonna chicken eye it. Love that. Love it. Okay. Come on, this. I'm afraid this is gonna pop right out. Yeah, I'm not gonna live on the edge like that. Let me see if I can open it up here. Okay, yeah, see how blue that is? I think I need, that's not quite the blue I'm looking for. I need like a blue-green. So, we have talked about this before, and last week, the other day, we did this too. I'm just going to take a little bit of my green chalk paste, and I'm going to put it in there. I didn't have any green paint hanging around. I always have different colors of paint, but it's nothing within my reach. So I'm going to put it in here, my paste, just like this. So now I've got water. I've got that blue latex paint. That latex paint I just picked up at Lowe's. I had to mix a whole bunch because I did a board painting party. And then I got my plaster Paris, and I'm just mixing it in real good till I come up with that color. Oh, that's coming out nice, you guys. That's coming out nice. I'll show you in just a second. And I feel like maybe I want a little more plaster Paris. Now you got to play with this a little bit and see. Does anybody make their own chalk paste? If you do, maybe you could share with the group what your measuring is for rookies. That's right, Jen. Maybe you guys could share what you use for your chalk paint. Now, plaster Paris, be careful because this dries hard. And back in the day, you use plaster Paris, you're making something that's going to, like, it's heavy like a rock. And you know, the only way it's breaking is if you throw it on the ground. So we don't want to put this in our silk screen. It's not chalk paste. Okay, it's chalk paint. Okay, let me see. That looks pretty good. You guys think? What do you think? It's got, okay, it's got the blue. Okay. All right, looks good. All right, let me close up that, and I don't even have my dumping thing. I'll use this. All right, I'm gonna close all this up, and then I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna paint my. This is my idea for the topiary. So I did yesterday, the other day. I took these. They're these little fuzzy pumpkins that were on a garland. I took them off, and I put the other type of paint that we're going to work on in a minute. And it's like a terracotta. So I made this with it. I painted. I just didn't like the stark orange. I just distressed this one just a little. This will be the white one that's going to sit on the top, and I put a little color on the stem. And so this one that's in the middle, that's going to be the blue one. Okay, so I'm going to paint that blue, and then I'm going to paint these little guys blue, and then we'll think about what we're going to do with that leaf. So you guys be thinking about that. That leaf doesn't really scream blue, does it? Should it be like an olive green, should I try to mix it in with some of the other greens in there? Because I don't think I can keep that stark green. You tell me what you think. You guys are the professionals. I do think that blue is going to be pop, don't you? I think that was a good choice. I can't remember who suggested that. I wish I could remember because it was very necessary, I think. Okay, I'm really trying hard not to get this all over myself. It's not really working. I guess I didn't need to paint the bottom. But anyway, I'm going to have blue fingers. Okay, so very good. We got that blue. It might need another coat, but what do you guys think? That's really good. So the thing about chalk paint is that you can basically just paint on anything, and it comes out. You know, it's nice, and it doesn't like want to rub off. And where's my stuff? Okay. And that's the great thing about chalk paint. Okay. All right. Mixed colors on the leaf like fall. Oh, good idea, Carolyn. I like that idea. Okay, so we will try that. All right, so let's paint these. Paint these guys. And then we will move on to the next thing. So the next thing, like I said, we're going to do the topiary. And this doesn't have anything at all to do with chalking or inking this next part. I just thought it would be fun. I want to, I'm going to put those there till they dry. I want to create a topiary that looks like it's sitting in a basket. And I was racking my brain. What could I do? What could I do? So this is why I took some chalk paint and painted that little ramekin, because we are going to make a basket. Have you guys ever made a basket just with like some twine and a little plastic or glass thingy? That's what we're going to do. Okay, I think probably 3 pumpkins that are blue is probably enough. Hello from Arkansas. Hey, Michelle. Kimberly Evans. Will there be another $25 kit anytime soon? Are you talking about like a join kit? That was our celebration special, and I don't see one coming anytime soon. Okay, so Mardina says, what an interesting name. I like that name. I use calcium carbonate, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of calcium carbonate, and 8 ounces of acrylic paint. Thank you for that. Try samples from the paint stores to make your chalk paint. That's what I do too. I don't like to pay more than $1 or $2 for the little samples that somebody else tried and took home and for some reason is returning. But I'm not even sure why would they take those back? Like anyway, I guess they can sell them again. I don't know if they even refund people their money. All right, let me set this aside. Now, this was my thought with this topiary. I got to take this guy off. It's not going to work for this, because I got to set another pumpkin on top of there. I'll probably save that for later for something else. So my thought is that first I've made a mess. That's per the usual. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I did paint this because it was so close to this jute, and I thought if anything peeked through that it would already be this color. Why am I doing that? It would already be this color, so I wouldn't have to worry about it. So we're going to try that. So I think I'm just going to start with a dollop of glue. Oh, wait, guys. Oh, I remembered this time. Look at, I got my finger protectors. All right, so hello from Florida. Oh, I hope you're safe down there. But I'm visiting Maine for the last 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Well, you're safe up in Maine. Good for you. Okay. So I'm going to take and get, I think the hardest part of this was going to be getting it started. And I'm going to hold that one in place. So see what I'm trying to do? Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm going to make a little basket. Okay? So I'm just going to come around the rim. I think that's probably going to be, like I said, probably the hardest, just to get that started. Making sure that it looks decent before I move on to the next piece. Okay. Hi, Lisa from Chile, Minnesota. My goodness. Ah, Minnesota. I've been there a couple times, and you are so right. Actually, to be honest, I've never been to Minnesota when it's not been chilly. And I have been at different times of the year. But, you know, I'm probably not a good judge because I'm always cold. And my husband is always warm. So that's like some cruel joke, isn't it? However, you know, you get these people who are like, my husband won't let me, you know, get close to him when my feet are cold. My husband loves it because he loves to get cooled off. So I got to keep her in that department, huh? I got to keep her anyway. He's a wonderful guy. Really wonderful man. Okay. Took a long time to find him, but hey, I did. Hello from Southern Illinois. Hi, June. That is a beautiful name. Oh, that's a great question. How many of you guys use finger protectors when you're using the glue gun? Now, don't anybody tell on me, but, you know, of course, you all know that I forget to use them all the time. Not today. Not today, my friends. All right, so I got that in place. Now I think what I'm going to do is just go around, and I'm not going to be super careful about how much glue I put on it. I'm just going to go around. Get this up underneath the rim. Oh, I guess I need to for the next go round. All right, so what do you guys think for our cup? The cup that we're going to be working on today for our tiered tray. You know, I don't know if I'm going to put it on the tiered tray, quite honestly. I think I'm going to give mine to a friend. So what do you think? Should I go for the one that I did before, the pumpkin spice junkie? Or should I put something like give thanks? There are all these choices, these wonderful choices. And, you know, you can, it's not quite even Halloween. You're going to go over to a friend's with your kids or just by yourself to celebrate Halloween. You could go over and you could put Happy Halloween or Smell My Feet or Trick or Treat, right? And pick up an orange cup. That would be super cool. I think there are probably some places that even have some black, some black straws. I bet you could pick up somewhere inexpensive. They've got some really beautiful, I'm getting off the subject of Halloween now and getting into fall, but I was at the store this morning picking up some candy, like I need candy, and I noticed they had some really beautiful fall napkins in. Oh, can't wait to get them. Okay. All right, now I'm going to just go around with my twine, and every now and then I'm just going to, put some glue on it, see if it sticks. Now, you guys, hey, you are living on the edge with me here because I've never done this before. I didn't even try this before I hopped on. So we're living on the edge together. All right. But I think I like the way that it's coming out so far, and I think that it's going to look cute with the topiary sitting in it. So, and I was thinking, when I do this, do you think that I should put some, I got some stuff in case I want to put some handles on. We'll see when I'm done. But it's looking good. Look, it's looking good. I think, it's time consuming, but, this is something you could do while you're watching a show, if you do watch television, or chatting with friends, or hanging out with people like you. Do you guys get together? My daughter does a Friendsgiving. She gets together with her friends, and this year they're going to do a craft together. Do you guys ever do anything like that? Fall in love. That's what, fall in love. You like that one? Okay. Beach Hawking says fall in love. Okay. Anybody else? I have baked fingers. I use an old wood foam paintbrush. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Fun ideas from God's country. Hey, Sarah. All right. Anybody else have any ideas on what we should use on the fall minis? Look at them real quick. Fall Sweet Fall, Happy Harvest, Fall, Give Thanks, Pumpkin, Pumpkin Spice Junkie, or Fall in Love. What do you like? What would you do? Or how about this? What are you going to do? Because I'd like to see you do the same thing. I love to see your crafts, and I'd love for you to share them. Okay. Michelle says I have 3 protectors, and once I used one. Oh, I always forget too. Fall in love, fall in love. Everybody likes to fall in love. Fall in love it is. All right. All right, let me get going a little bit faster. I'm just sitting here talking and talking and talking, not doing my job over here. You guys got to keep me straight. You know, and I think it would have been better if I'd have used, hello, thicker jute, right? It would have got us where we're going a lot faster. But it's so cute. I can't stand it. It's going to be so cute for our topiary. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I appreciate you watching. And I love watching all your guys' crafting. I've been sneaking on your pages, watching your crafting. You guys are so creative, and I love it. Love it. I love to see how you use our stencils and the other things that you, the fillers, I would call them, other things that you use. I thought I was going to just kind of wind this around and not... Let me see if I can do that without putting much more glue on. It's getting to be tedious. There we go. That's going a lot faster. I hope it holds. Let me just put some in here every now and again. Yeah, let's just every one or two twirls. I'll put some in. Almost done. Boy, you guys, this is like watching paint dry, isn't it? I'm sorry. I just thought this was a super fun idea. And now I'm like committed. And I have to. I gotta finish. Gotta finish. All right, the smaller jute is going to look better on the small dish. You're right, Gina. And, you know, I have like so many different sizes of jute. And that is the reason I decided to go with the smaller one. But you're right. It's just, but it's going to look better. It's just taking longer. And I guess for me, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But I'm like, I'm asking you guys to hang out with me and wait. I'm sorry. But I do appreciate you hanging in there. You guys, come on. Is that stinking cute? I love it. We're almost done. Almost. We're getting near the end. So what I was going to do, guys, is I was going to let you vote, but I think we've just made the decision. I was going to let you vote and decide, should we make this terracotta looking, or should we go ahead with the wicker basket? And I think we're just going to do the basket. So we'll save the terracotta for another time. And that is so cute. So let me go around the top real quick, and we can be done, and then we'll put the topiary together. I don't think our blue is not quite dry yet. Is it necessary for me to put this on the top? I don't think so. But I think it's just going to give it a nice finished look. You know, it's going to actually look like a little basket. Thanks for your guys' ideas. By the way, does anybody who's on here today, do you remember telling me to add more color? Because that was so brilliant. So I'm one of those people, I don't know how you guys are, but I'm one of those people who's like, I go for the smaller earrings. I don't do a lot of poppy stuff. Look, I don't have nail polish on today. Like I'm not doing a lot of girly stuff normally, and that sounds kind of funny because I'm a girl, but it feels like a lot of times I pass those things up because I think for me they're a little too glitzy, but then they turn out cute, so I don't know why I don't live on the edge a little bit more. Came on late. What are you making? Kathleen, we are going right now. I'm making a little basket, and I started out with this little condiment tray. You get a 3-pack at a dollar store, and I just painted it so that when I put this jute on to make a basket, if I missed any spots, you wouldn't be able to see through. And we're about done putting this together. All right, I'm gonna go around one more time so we get a nice edge. I'll show it to you guys, and then we'll put our pumpkin topiary together. And we'll just end this right over here. All right, so after the after you saw my little guy here, my little whipped cream latte, how many of you think you're gonna try it? Okay, I'm not gonna take all the little wispy things off, but Is that cute? Is that cute? That's a little basket. That's going to go right here. Well, I don't know because that's where my bonfire is. Probably going to go around the back where you're not going to be able to see it now, but I'll show you when I'm done. All right, let me get this out of here. All right. So the other question I had was, do we think that we want to put handles on it? And if I do, I can use this. It's like jute. It's like wired jute cord. I'm gonna pass on that for now. I might do it afterwards. Come back and do it later. All right. So I've got this cute, adorable little basket. I'm gonna grab some of this floral foam, and I'm just going to put some, it does not like hot glue, FYI, but I'm going to put some hot glue in there anyway because I need something for my pumpkin, the big one to sit on. So this pumpkin's going to go right in here, and we're going to build on top of that, okay? The next pumpkin's going to go on top of it. All right, so it's a little bit wet. Let me dry it real quick. And we decided Fall in Love was going on our cup with ink. We're going to use ink in a minute. Let's see what time it is. Oh my goodness, you guys, you're hanging in there with me. Thank you so much. Don't forget to sprinkle this around. If you would share the love, that would be awesome so other people could join in the fun. We're going to give this a minute longer to dry. I'm going to put those other pumpkins in there. And I think we'll do the leaf tomorrow. All right. So where'd the pumpkins go? These little guys. Tell me if you think that that's a good pop. I need to cut these off. Right close to the top. Tell me what you think about that. Do you like that? I'll get the other ones. And I don't know, two or three should be enough. I don't want to push it. Ooh, I don't want to push it too hard right now because you know what? They're a little bit wet. All right, let me put one more. Love it. Thank you, Gina. And I really don't want you guys to have to sit here while I'm... Ooh, I'm cutting these with my scissors. I should be using something else. Bad, bad, bad. Okay. You guys always know that I do. I always live on the edge anyway. Let's put this guy back in here. I'm going to have to fix those guys later. I'll take a picture, but they need to dry. All right, so we're getting on to our topiary. I'm sorry. We're going to wait on the topiary to let it dry a minute. I'm going to ink this cup so that we can put our whole thing together and look to see what it would be like to give this as a Friendsgiving gift. We've got our cup with our cute little thing and a Starbucks gift card and a removable cute whipped cream that stays in place. Very important. Don't forget when you're doing yours to put one just bigger than the rim and one just smaller so it won't slide out of place. All right, so let me put this back together and we'll get to work on this. All right, so we decided we were going to do Fall in Love, right? So I'm going to grab this Fall in Love. I'm going to use black. I was thinking about chocolate brown, but I didn't grab it. So I am going to go ahead and use black ink, all right? I have got my tacky towel here, and I'm going to lay it on my tacky towel so it does not move. Two reasons I've got this out here. One is so that my project surface does not move. And the other one is so that I can use it to pick up some lint on my stencil. So brand new stencil. Oh, I got glue all over me. Okay. And now I'm going to pick up some lint by using my tacky towel and just picking up some lint. So when you're working with a non-porous surface, which ceramic certainly is, we want to make sure that you are picking up lint because when you put this on your surface, it's going to want to really stick. Now, if you've got some lint, now you've got a way to pull it off a little bit better. So I'm going to find a good placement, and just remember, these things curve, so I start just start in the middle and smooth it out. You see that? Smooth it out. Now, if you don't like the way that it is, just pull it up and put it, replace it, okay? These stencils are a sticky back, silk screen, and they are repositionable, which I love about it. So I've just got a little bit, where's my stuff? Okay. I got some black ink. I couldn't find my stuff, my browns. I just grabbed a little sample pack of the black ink. And I put it in these trays. We do sell these trays, and so they're really great, especially if you're going to have a class. But I love them. I mix everything. You saw I mixed my paint in it. So now I'm going to grab a little squeegee, and I'm going to grab some of that, just wipe a little bit of that ink right on there. And you can see I'm going to go over, just squeegee over the design. And then I'm going to squeegee off. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time really playing with this, and I'm certainly not going to press into it hard because I don't want to push any of the ink up underneath the stencil, but just lightly scraping it off, and only a little bit. You don't need very much at all. All right, so now I'm going to peel it off, and be careful not to pull, especially these little ones, not to pull from the just from the corner, because this is a fabric. The silk screen stencils are fabric, and they do stretch on the bias. Oh, you guys, that was a great choice. You guys are so turned on. Okay, wait, you gotta see it. I got, just don't pay attention to my mess. Okay, that was a perfect choice, you guys. Fall in love. I love it. Okay, let's put our, oh, this guy doesn't get it. This is our giveaway, right? This is to our friend for our Friendsgiving. We're going to put it in this cup. Now she's got a nice cup. If we bake this in the oven, heat set it, and then she can use this cup. He or she can use this cup all year round, and it's not going to wash off. Now I'm going to put my little gift certificate, so he or she can go get their own little latte or whatever they want. And now I'm going to, here's the bottom. Let's look at the bottom again. Okay, the bottom is just a little smaller than the top. And I'll put it in there. And you guys, I squished the side. These are going to take about 24 hours to dry. On the surface, did I just touch that? On the surface, they're going to dry very quickly, but not underneath. So you're going to want to give them 24 hours. But look at that. It doesn't move. Beautiful. We have a Friendsgiving gift. All right, let's put our topiary together, and we'll be done with our tray for tonight. Okay? All right, so I have got, this was my idea. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I never used that stick. Huh. Okay, maybe I'll use this. I don't think that's going to work. I'm trying to make sure that I have, like, I can stick a stick through all of these. I probably should have got a different stick through all of these pumpkins, up through the middle and into this foam in the basket. See my cute basket? All right, so now I'm going to put this right in here. You know what? I think before I do that, I'm going to put some moss in there, okay? So what would go in there? Some moss and maybe some leaves, maybe? Cute. Thank you. The cup is adorable. I'm glad you like the cup. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of, it's probably not even necessary for the glue, but I'm going to do it anyway so it doesn't get away from me. This is going to be so, I'm so glad I did this. I'm so glad I did this. It's so cute. So cute. I was laying in bed, really, honestly. I know you guys do the same thing. Like, what am I going to do to add some color and something else interesting to my my tray? And this came to me. I'm like, yes. All right, so I got my pumpkin. I'll stick my pumpkin in there. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, you could glue it. Let's just glue it for kicks and giggles here. So it stays in place for sure and for certain. I'll stick it all the way down in there. I'm going to grab this pumpkin. get that thing off of there. And feed it through, hopefully, right? Hopefully. I don't have I should get like a skewer. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, we're going with it. All right. Oh, I love it. I love the blue. One more. One more. Please post instructions on making the cool whip top and the chalk paint. Absolutely, I will, Pam. Yeah, great idea. So now I've got this little pumpkin here. I did add a little, flair to the top. And it does have a wire at the bottom. So I'm just going to cut off what I don't need. Oops. It would be good if I didn't use those scissors and I used my wire cutters. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue right on the top. I don't think I need it, but I'm just going to do it anyway. That is so stinking cute. All right. Last idea on this, I was thinking, you guys tell me what to do. I was thinking I could take some of these leaves and put them in here. Do you think I need to? What do you think? Leaves or no leaves? I'm going to put some in here and then you tell me what you think. I think it just like gives it more life, Do you think I should put some leaves in there every so often, or maybe even anything in here, or just leave it like it is? What do you think? Oh, here's a good idea. Of course, now it's falling out. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, love it when a plan comes together. Oh my gosh. How about this? What do you think about that? I am in love. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, you guys, so tonight we made our Friendsgiving whipped cream. I will tell you how to do it. I smudged this one when I was moving it, so I've got to fix it. And these are removable. Please try it and share with me what you did with yours. And then made this little basket, just painting the condiment dish the same color as the jute, and then wrapping jute around. And I put the moss, the dry moss, and I painted these pumpkins and put them on the top. I hope that you enjoy it. Now I've got to find a place for all of these things in my tray. You guys, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to pop on again this weekend to finish my tray and maybe do one other cool thing. Let's see. Kathleen will be on tomorrow, so please come back. I don't know what she's doing yet, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.